Hey everyone, welcome. Today's practice is going to be a heart opening practice. Now, it's really all about opening up the chest and opening up that heart chakra so that you love more deeply and can feel other people's love more deeply. So for today's practice, you'll need 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't have them, that's all right, but I recommend having 2 blocks. And the class is going to be about an hour. So get nice and comfy and we'll get started. So finding a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. You can always sit in a chair or prop yourself on cushions. I like to sit on a block so that my hips are above my knees. It tends to be more stable and more comfortable during the beginning meditation and the warm-ups. And so whatever that is for you, find that spot and begin to close your eyes. And just bring your attention inward. Noticing how your body may be feeling today. Noticing your thoughts that may be racing in your head. And just bring your attention here into the present moment. So bringing it to your senses. Noticing what you may be able to hear nearby, far away. What you may be feeling, maybe the mat underneath you or block. And then bringing your attention to your breath. Not changing it, just noticing it at first. And then begin to take a deep inhale. And exhale it all out through the mouth. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling through the mouth. Letting any thoughts go. This time bring your hand to your belly. And inhale into that hand, into the belly, expanding the belly like a balloon. And as you exhale, deflate the balloon, letting all the air out. Breathe deeply here, inflating. And exhaling, letting everything go. And feeling that breath move from your belly. Bring your hands to your ribs, moving the breath to the ribs. And as you exhale, feel the ribs come closer together, squeezing every last bit of air out of the belly. Continuing here, feeling that breath move through your torso, from the belly to the ribs, all the way up into the collarbone. And exhale everything out. Feeling your body move deeper into the mat. And continuing this breath at your own pace. For today's practice, like I said, it's all about opening up that chest and opening up the heart. A heart opening class. So when you think of heart opening, you think of love. And loving maybe a person, or a pet, or an animal. But for today, I want you to focus that love on yourself. And when you think of that love for yourself, leave judgment at the door. There's no space for judgment. You're perfect just the way you are. And stop the negative self-talk for yourself. Swami Kripalu said, every time you negative self-talk, you break your own heart. So for today's practice, remember that love. Focus that love on yourself. You're taking this time for you, and that is beautiful. So finishing your last inhale and exhale. Slowly begin to open up your eyes. And with a big inhale, reach those arms out to the side and bring your hands into prayer. As the exhale, bring them to heart center. Inhale those arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Couple more here, moving with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Last one, inhale up and exhale center. This time reach your arms out to the side, leave your right hand up, bring your left hand to the ground and lean over towards the left. Just opening up that right side, inhale up to center and exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale, moving with the breath, and exhale to fold. Inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. Last one, last side, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale up to center once more. This time begin to twist over towards the left. Bring your right hand to your left knee, keeping a nice straight spine. Inhale up to center and exhale, twist over towards the other side. Inhale up to center and exhale over. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale those arms up to center, and as you exhale, begin to reach behind you, making a big circle towards the side. So inhaling, reaching forward, and exhaling, opening up to the back. Inhaling, reaching, and exhale, just moving with that breath, opening up the shoulders. Inhale, last time this side, and exhale. With your hands at your sides, reverse direction. So inhale towards the back, and exhale, rotate forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Getting the creaks out, last one. And exhale forward. Bring your hands to your thighs. Inhale your gaze up to the sky. And exhale your gaze down to the floor. Inhale, reach that head gaze up. And exhale, fold your head forward. Inhale back to center. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale your gaze towards the left. And as you exhale, bring your gaze down towards the ground. Take a deep breath here. Inhale your right arm out to the side, reaching through those fingertips. And as you exhale, reach your hand down towards the ground. Feeling a nice stretch in the side of the neck. Breathe deep here. Again, bring your hand to your side. Inhale your gaze up and exhale back to center. Inhale your gaze towards the right. And as you exhale, bend your gaze down. Deep inhale here. Inhale your left arm out to the side, reaching through those fingertips. And as you exhale, bring your hand down towards the ground. Take a deep breath here. Bring your hand to your side. Inhale, gaze up, and exhale back to center. Inhale those arms up to the sky once more. This time bring them behind you. And if you're on a block or pillows, you can remove them. And extend your legs out in front of you. Legs nice and wide. Hands can come behind you, fingertips away. Soles of the feet on the ground. Staying nice and straight in the spine. Inhale, lengthen to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, let your knees fall over towards the left. Inhale up to center, and exhale, knees over towards the right. Just warming up the hips. Inhale up to center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. A couple more here, moving with your breath. Inhale center, exhale right. And coming back to center, make your way into tabletop. So hands and wrists are right underneath your shoulders, and your knees are right underneath your hips. And press energetically down into that mat, stretching out the hands. Breathe deep here. On your next inhale, arch the back. Bring the shoulder blades to hug together behind you. Gaze forward, shining through that heart. And as you exhale, round, pushing the floor away. Gaze towards your belly. Inhale forward into cow. And exhale, rounding into cat. Moving with your breath, maybe bending the elbows, leaning forward. And exhale, round. You can do little circles, moving forward with your hips. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. And coming back to a neutral spine. You can shake it out side to side. Inhale your right leg back behind you, bring your right toes to the ground. And leaning back into that heel so you feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Breathe deep here. Inhale your leg up and exhale it over towards the left. Gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe deep here, opening up the right side of the body. Inhale, leg up, and exhale to meet the left. And bring it towards the other side. Inhale the left leg back, pressing your toes into the mat, leaning back into that heel. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Breathe deep here. Inhale, lift the leg up and cross it over towards the right. Gaze over your right finger or right shoulder. Looking at those toes. And breathe deep here. Inhale your left leg up and exhale it to meet the right. And you can bring your knees nice and wide and sit back into child's pose. And if child's pose is too much for you, you can always stay up on your knees and walk your hands forward into puppy pose. Ears right in line with your arms. Breathing here, resting those wrists. And walking the hands back underneath your shoulders. We're coming out of child's pose, meaning back in tabletop. Inhale your left leg up in between the hands. And you may have to walk your right knee back a little bit so you feel a nice stretch in the right side of the leg. And you'll want to watch the alignment of the left ankle with the left knee. So if you have the blocks, this is a perfect time for them. You can bring them up on the highest setting here and hug your shoulder blades back behind you, reaching through the crown of the head. Inhale forward. And as you exhale, begin to straighten that front leg, walk the blocks back, lifting the front toes. Keep a small bend in that left leg, stretching out the hamstring. Inhale, walk your blocks forward. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg, lifting the front toes. A couple more here, moving with your breath. Warming up those hamstrings. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Walking the blocks forward once more. You can stay up on the block if you'd like. And as you inhale, reach your left arm out to the side, twisting open towards the left. Breathing deep here. Inhale, reaching, and exhale, bring your left hand to the block once more. And walk the hands up to your knee. Shoulder blades hug behind you, reaching through the crown of the head, watching the alignment of that front knee. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, open your arms open up into cactus arms. Just opening up that heart, shining it to the sky. Breathing here. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, and exhale, bring them back down to the blocks. You can step the left foot back to meet the right. Switching legs, inhale your right leg up to the sky, in between your hands. And watching the alignment of the front ankle and front knee. Staying up on those blocks, hug the shoulder blades behind you, reaching to the crown of the head. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to straighten that front leg, walking the blocks back, keeping a small bend in that right knee. Inhale forward, and exhale, fold. Moving with the breath, inhaling, and exhaling. Couple more here. And walking the blocks forward. You can keep your left hand on the block and inhale, reach your right arm open towards the side. Opening up that chest. Breathing here. And exhale, hand down to the block. Walking your hands up to your knee. Watching the alignment of that front knee. Shoulder blades hug behind you. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, open up into cactus arms. Holding here, breathing for 3 breaths. Last inhale, and exhale, hands back down to the blocks, and step your right foot to meet the left. Can bring those knees nice and wide, move the blocks out of the way, and sit back into child's pose or into puppy pose. Whatever feels good for your body today. Breathing here. And walking the hands back underneath your shoulders. Begin to step your feet right up and through your hands into a nice forward fold. So knees can be nice and bent here, feet wide, head heavy. And bring your hands to opposite elbow. Maybe shake your torso side to side. Let everything go. Let all that negative self-talk just fall onto the mat. Breathing here. Unwinding the hands. You can bring your hands to your hips. Straighten out your back, and slowly come back up to standing. Whew. And standing at the front of the mat, feet hips distance apart. Little trick here, if you don't know already, bring your fists together and place them right in between your feet. So your feet touch your hands, and that is true hip distance apart. So staying nice and grounded in those feet, all corners of the feet, small bend in the knees, hands at your hips. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades hugging behind you. Gaze can come up slightly. Breathing here. Release the hands next to you, palms faced forward, and reaching through those fingertips. Shoulder blades still hugging behind you. In Tadasana, or mountain pose. Breathing here for 2. On your next inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Palms facing each other. Inhale, reaching, and as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Maybe closing your eyes for a moment. Feeling the energy moving through your body. Opening up those eyes. Inhale your arms up to the sky once more. This time bring your left hand to your hip and begin to lean over towards the left, reaching through those right fingertips into Ardha Chandrasana or half moon pose. It's a hard one to say. Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe here. Opening up that side. Inhale up to center and exhale, arm down. Inhale your arms up to the sky once more. This time leave your left hand up. Bring your right hand to your hip. Inhale, reaching through those fingertips, and as you exhale, bend over towards the right. Breathing here, careful not to fold forward. You want to open up to the side. Breathing here. Inhale, reach up to the sky, and exhale, arms down. Taking a moment. Opening up the eyes. If you're not already at the front of your mat, you can have a small bend in those knees and step your right foot back behind you. Staying up on the ball of the back foot, watching your left knee alignment with your ankle. Hips squared to the front of the mat, shoulder blades hug behind you. Breathing here, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale your arms up to the sky, palms facing each other. And exhale, open up into cactus arms. Breathing here for 2. In warrior pose. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, and as you exhale, bring the arms at your sides, reaching back to interlace your hands. Hugging those shoulder blades together behind you. 2 more breaths here. Gaze can come up a little bit, small back bend. Last inhale. And exhale, unwind the hands, bring them to your hips, and rotate your back foot 45 degrees so that your toes are face the front of the mat, and keeping that alignment in that front knee. Inhale your arms out to the side, parallel with the ground, and rotate the shoulders so they're parallel with the long edge of your mat. Gaze over your left fingertips into warrior 2. Breathing here. Channeling confidence, flipping that front palm. Inhale, reach your hand forward and up, leaning back to reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, lean forward, bringing your left elbow to your left knee, sweeping your right hand forward, up and up to the sky. Pressing your left elbow into your left knee to open up a little bit more towards the side. And if this is too much for you, you can always bring your right hand to your hip. Breathing here, rotating that torso open, shining that heart to the sky. Last inhale, and exhale, begin to straighten that front leg. You can bring your hands on your hips. Shoulder blades hug behind you, reaching to the crown of the head. Small bend in that front knee, just so that it doesn't lock out. And begin to tilt your torso forward as if you're in one long line from your hips. So you're just rotating the hips forward and then back to center. Forward, back to center. And leaning forward as far as you can go. And then dropping your left arm down towards the ground, bring it on the inside of that left leg. And inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky. Engaging that core, opening up the chest, opening up the heart. Head back. Last inhale. And exhale, right hand to your hip, engaging the core. Come back up to standing. Whew. I'm going to rotate those front toes to meet the long edge of your mat. So both toes, second toes, should be parallel to each other. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side and begin to interlace them behind you. Pulling the shoulders down away from your ears. Gaze can come up just slightly. Breathing deep here. Opening up that heart. And on your last exhale, begin to slowly fold forward. So keeping a small bend in the front legs, or the legs. Keeping a nice flat back. Fold forward. Hands can either stay at your lower back or raise them up towards the sky. Breathing here. Careful not to fold down. You want to stay nice and straight and strong. Last inhale. And exhale, unwind the hands, bring them to your hips. And as you inhale, with a flat back, back up to standing. Step those feet together and come to the front of your mat once more. Bring it to the other side. Just pausing for a moment, bring your hands to your belly. You may be able to feel a big difference in each side. Opening up those eyes. Now stand to the front of your mat. Begin to bend the knees and step your left foot back behind you, about a leg's length. And your feet should be on train tracks, not on tightrope. Back toes up on your back toes. Hips squared to the front of your mat. Shoulder blades hugged together, reaching to the crown of the head. Inhale your arms up to the sky, palms facing each other. And as you exhale, open up into cactus arms. Breathe here for 3. Watching the alignment of that front knee. Last inhale and exhale. Bring the hands reaching behind you to interlace them. Hugging the shoulder blades together. Breathing here. for just 2 more breaths. Last inhale and exhale, bring the hands to your hips, rotate the back feet so your toes are face the front of the mat, 45 degrees, keeping that knee right in line with the front ankle. Inhale your arms out to the side, parallel with the ground. So be one long line. Gaze over your right fingertips. Into Warrior 2. Channeling that confidence. Rotating those shoulders so they're right in line with the long edge of your mat. Breathing here. Focusing on those fingertips. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach that right hand up, leaning back to reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, lean forward, bring your right elbow to your right knee, sweeping your left hand down, rotating up to the sky, pressing your right elbow into that right knee a lot to open up to the side. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, twisting open just a little bit more, shining that heart to the sky. Your hand can always come down at your hip if it's too much. Breathing here in side angle. Last inhale. And exhale, engage the core. Begin to straighten that front leg. Small bend in that front leg just to not lock out the knees. And we're going to tilt on this side. So imagining your torso is one long line, begin to tilt forward from the hips, and then back to center. Tilt forward from the hips, and come back. Last one, really, really far as you can go. And dropping your right hand down on the inside of the right leg. And inhale your left hand up to the sky. Into triangle pose. Breathing here. Engaging that core, staying nice and strong. Hand can stay at your hip if that's too much. And exhale, come back up to standing, engaging the core. Rotate those toes to meet the long edge of your mat once more. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring them heart center. Closing your eyes just for a moment to notice how your body feels from both sides. Opening up the eyes, walking the feet to meet each other. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, fold over those legs. Nice bend in the knees. Head heavy. Inhale to a flat back. Shoulder blades hug behind you. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands to the mat and step back into tabletop. So hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Just do a couple cat-cows here, inhaling and exhaling. And coming into a neutral spine, just begin to walk your hands forward to bring yourself on your belly. And once on your belly, you can bring your hands right in front of your forehead and rest your forehead on the mat and on your hands. Inhale your left leg up, raise it, pointing those toes as far as it can go, lengthening that leg, and exhale down. Inhale your left leg up, pointing those toes, and exhale down. Just strengthening the back here. Inhale, right leg up, pointing the toes, exhale down. Inhale, left leg up, and exhale down. And walking the hands underneath you so that your forearms are on the ground, elbows right underneath your shoulders. Hug the shoulder blades together behind you, shining that heart forward. Sinking down into those shoulders so that they're hugging. Breathing here. In Sphinx pose. Last inhale, and exhale, walk the hands down and head down to the mat. You can bend the knees and windshield wiper them back and forth, releasing any tension. And then walking the hands so that they're right underneath your shoulders, elbows hug together on your sides, gaze down at the mat. And pressing your hips into the mat, begin to lift your head up off the mat just a little bit more. Maybe your hands hover here, really using the back muscles to strengthen them, strengthening your core. And come back down. Taking breaths here, just resting. And if you walk your hands back just a little bit more so they're right in line with your ribs, elbows hug into your sides, gaze down. Pressing your hips into the mat, pressing your hands into the mat this time. Inhale, gaze forward into Cobra Pose. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Bending the knees, windshield wipering back to forth. And letting your hands come at your sides, palms face down, and gaze down, toes pointed. Your next inhale, press your hips into the ground, lifting your head up off the ground, hands up off the ground, followed by your feet. So you're bouncing on those hips. And boat pose. Deep breath here. And exhale, bring everything down to the mat. Bending the knees, windshield wipering them back and forth. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders and press yourself up and back into child's pose for a little counter stretch. So toes hug behind you, knees nice and wide, hands walk forward, or you can always stay up into puppy pose. Whatever is comfortable for you. Breathe here for 2 breaths, releasing any tension in the lower back. Walking the hands up underneath your shoulders, begin to sit back down on your heels. So knees should be hip distance, toes uncurled, sitting on those heels. Sitting nice and straight into the spine, reaching to the crown of the head. Inhale your arms out to the sides and reach back behind you to interlace them. Hugging the shoulder blades together. Begin to fold forward bringing your head to the mat. Hands can stay on your lower back, or you can begin to lift them up off the lower back. And you can stay here in yoga mudra. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can come up off of your heels, walking your head forward, coming to the flat top of your head. Knees right in line with those hips. And yoga mudra. Opening up the chest, opening up that heart. Breathing here. And exhale your hands down at your hips or lower back, followed by your head, sitting back on your heels, unwinding the hands, pressing yourself back up onto your heels, closing your eyes, hands on your thighs, just feeling the energy of your practice so far. Opening up the eyes. Can just come to sit on your bum, swinging those legs out in front of you. So with your legs extended in front of you, taking a little stretch if you want here. Bend your left knee and bring your left foot to the mat. Left knee into your chest, staying nice and straight and strong. You can stay here or cross that left foot over the right, hugging it into your chest. Inhale your right arm out to the side, and as you exhale, wrap it around the left knee, twisting over towards the left. Bring your left hand as a kickstand behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist open towards the left. Shining that heart to the side. You can bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee and twist open just a little bit more towards the left. Really opening up that chest. Breathing here for 2 more. Last inhale and exhale, unwind the hands, followed by the legs. You can give a little shake if you'd like. And bending your right leg, bring your right knee into your chest for a nice hug, staying nice and straight in the spine. Foot can either stay right here or cross it over the left. Inhale your left arm out to the side, and as you exhale, wrap it around your knee, twisting over towards the right. Inhale, straightening through the crown of the head, and exhale, twist. Your left hand can come on the outside, left elbow. Twist open towards the right just a little bit more. Breathing here. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Last inhale. And exhale, unwind the hands, followed by the legs. You can bend the knees, give them into your chest for a nice hug. And unwinding the hands, make your way to your back. So once on your back, you can have your knees bent, soles of the feet to the mat. And if you have the blocks, this is a nice place for the blocks. So grabbing your block, begin to lift your hips and place the block underneath your sacrum. So it's that flat part right above your bum or your lower back. You Can stay right here in supported bridge. Arms can stay out at a T. Breathing here. Shoulder blades hugging together underneath you. Maybe closing your eyes, breathing here for a moment. Opening your eyes and reaching to grab that block. Bring your whole back to the ground. Begin to press yourself up just a little bit onto your forearms. And if you can, place that block right at the middle of your back. So we have to play around with where it's positioned, but usually the right in the middle of your back is great. And if you have another block, 2 blocks, even better. Bring it right behind you into a T. Sitting back on the blocks, resting your head on the other block. Bring your arms out at a T as well. This is a really great heart opener. Just letting everything go. Thinking of that love for yourself, not judging. Breathing here. Letting your body melt into the earth, into the mat, into the blocks. Opening up your eyes and rotating or rolling to one side to get off of the blocks is the easiest way to do it. And then begin to press yourself up. Remove the blocks from underneath you. And come back down on your back. Knees still bent, soles of the feet into the earth. Inhale your right leg up to the sky, bringing your right ankle to your left knee. And keeping your right foot really flexed here. You can stay right here, opening up that right hip, or you can begin to lift the left leg up off the ground, reaching through to grab your left leg. Using your right elbow, prying open the right leg just a little bit more. For a little bit more stretch in that hip. Breathing here. So important to send that breath to the tightness in your hips, because the hips are where we keep all the emotion, or all the love, or lack of love, or any type of emotion that may be floating around. So lengthening the inhales and the exhales, sending that breath to that tightness helps release those emotions. In for 4, out for 4. Can rock side to side. I kind of like doing that sometimes. Do what feels good. Three more breaths here. Last inhale. And exhale. Unwind the hands, followed by the legs. Maybe extend your legs on the mat just for a moment, closing your eyes, bringing your hands to your belly. And just noticing the energy moving through your body and how your body feels from side to side. Opening up those eyes, bend the knees once more, soles of the feet to the mat. Inhale your left leg up to the sky, bring your left ankle to your right knee, keeping that left foot really flexed here. You can stay here or begin to lift your right leg up off the ground, reaching through to grab your right leg. You can use your left elbow to pry open your left shoulder or left leg a little bit more. Breathing here. Releasing the emotion on the left side. Spending all the time that you need. Careful not letting the mind wander too much here. Bringing it back to the present moment, to the breath, to the tightness. Focus on counting the breath. 4, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever works for you. Maybe rock side to side. And non-judgment for yourself means accepting yourself for where you are at this moment. Not expecting that you should be somewhere else. Not comparing yourself to somebody else. Where you are is perfect. Last inhale. And exhale, unwind the hands, followed by the legs. Extending the legs on the mat. Closing your eyes, noticing how your body feels now that both sides are complete. And preparing for Shavasana, you can stay right here. With your eyes closed, hands on your belly, maybe one on your heart. Or you can have your hands open to the sides, with your palms faced up to receive energy. Or if laying on your back is painful, you can always bend your knees. And have your feet wide and bring your knees together. And take 4 full breaths like we did in the beginning of class. And then return your breath to normal. Allowing yourself to melt deeper into the earth. Letting your arms be really heavy, legs nice and heavy. Relaxing any remaining tension in the body, starting from the head, the jaw, Relaxing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relaxing your neck. Your upper back, your shoulders. Arms very heavy. Relaxing the wrists and hands. Relaxing the lower back, the hips, legs nice and heavy here. Ankles relax, feet relax, and your toes. Shavasana. Begin to bring awareness into your fingers and toes. Expanding your breath to be a deep, deep inhale. Stretching your arms above your head as if you've just woken up. You can bend your knees, give them a hug into your chest. Begin to roll over to one side into a fetal position or the symbol of rebirth. Starting anew. When you're ready, begin to press yourself up to a seated position with your eyes still closed. And bringing your hands together at heart center. And reminding yourself of that self-love from the beginning of class. Loving yourself for where you are at this moment. You're where you're meant to be. And when that negative self-talk creeps through, catch yourself. And remembering that you're perfect just the way you are. Take a deep inhale. And exhale through your mouth. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. And thank you for being here. Thanking yourself for being here. And I will see you next time.